Let me tell you niggas by the whole mind. She was cool at first, but then the hoe done lost her whole mind. She was coming over cooking, had a nigga eating right. Baking chicken in the oven, boiling up some jasmine rice. By the time I would find that this hoe is always lying. And when you catch her analyze, the bitch resort to crying. Realize she for the streets, it ain't take me much time. Had a nigga calling me, blowing up my fucking line. It was over before it started, this bitch was acting retarded. Telling me it's just a brother, yeah, as if I bought it. Better be cautious, these hoes is up for auction. You taking home a woman that gave a box to the office. And it's gonna be a movie, the way she party with sauces. If you think that hoe for you, then you have really lost it. Sorry, I'm being honest, the truth will come out regardless. So let this be a reminder that some of these bitches garbage. Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak. No, you can't come with me, you belong in the streets. You covered then she let another nigga beat. Man, I told you that these hoes for the streets.
$40 is $40 is $40. Say it 3 times, bet she sure get that pussy poppin'. She'll put you in the friend zone. I think she done let 100 niggas run 100 yards through her end zone. I wore hand-me-down clothes, never hand-me-down hoes, so I refuse to let you hand-me-down those, yeah. She wanna sip, I suppose, give her bread a whole loaf and buy a ring and propose the third one. Your open nose, she barely got on some clothes and fucking all of your bros and busting it when you gone, yeah. Man, that hoe gonna be a hoe, like JC said in that song. Might as well let her go, yeah. Hollering about she bad and how she is a snack, a woman with class, but she wash her face with her ass rag. Real ass bitch, give a fuck by the nigga, and none of you hoes can get a fuck out of nigga, yeah.
Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak. No, you can't come with me, you belong in the streets. You covered then she let another nigga beat. Man, I told you that these hoes for the streets.
I met the bitch outside of my complex. Bitch so fine, like she running for a contest. Ass so nice, yo, I'm thinking I should wipe that. Have a couple kids, settle down, yeah, I like that. But the bitch capping and acting like a straight brat. Never wanna settle down, let a nigga wipe her. Rather hit the club, shake their ass and get tossed up. Bitch straight nasty, no class sassy. Alley cat black foot, bitch get the backseat. Nothing but a gold digger, never should've fucked with her. Now she at the crib straight sleep cause she hungover. Bitches ain't shit, goddamn what's wrong with them? Just a waste of time, stupid bitches always lying. Always fucking for a dime, keep my money on my mind. Never trust no bitch, cause a bitch will be your bitch. And a bitch gon' switch and suck another nigga bitch.
Many hoes for the streets. Many hoes for the streets. Yeah, these hoes for the streets. I said these hoes for the streets. Many hoes for the streets. Many hoes for the streets. Yeah, these hoes for the streets. I said these hoes for the streets. Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Don't pay for pussy cause it's weak. No, you can't come with me, you belong in the streets. You covered then she let another nigga beat. Man, I told you that these hoes for the streets. Shit was cool for a week, but when you meet, you find out she for the streets. She gon' bust it for the teeth. She for the streets, leave that hoe for the streets. Many hoes for the streets. Many hoes for the streets. Yeah, these hoes for the streets. Hoes for the streets.
Test 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all I would see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas, not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and on restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in the cup, back and forth to court. From the DC school, I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and I started running fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I.S.U.P.K until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me cry cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a
DJ. I'm right. Most High in Christ. Shalom, Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street up in Harlem, New York. We're the Commanding General YAHANNA and not affiliated with any other so-called Hebrew Israelite group. We are the home of the truth, and we've been doing this since '69, teaching the truth out the Bible. You understand that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right, so we're going to get into it, man. I'm Captain of 10,000 Shawar Yala, holding it down for the I.S.U.P.K. Florida, out here in South Florida, Riviera Beach. We're going to be getting it in today, the law class. All right, so any questions you have, feel free. Any questions on the law, you understand, we'll take those. Make sure if you're typing it on the chat that you very detailed or what have you. Let me get in, of course, tomorrow being Thanksgiving, or Snakesgiving, whatever niggas want to call it. You understand? Like, we're gonna be getting into some scriptures on that today. Of course, the law regarding holidays. You know what I mean? So I'll start off. If anybody has questions, I'll check for those. Other than that, if you priests would get up, whatever y'all got on these fake ass holidays. You understand? Shalom to everybody in the class. Y'all about Shem Yahweh Shai Brother Thumb, Yahweh Shemal Thumb, by Shem Yahweh Shai. See the usual suspects. KJ, Uriah in here. Good night. Where he been at? Uriah, y'all was Isupk, Makara, Courtney. What's going on, y'all? All right. So go ahead and start off with the usuals. Any of you out there got questions?
No, sir.
So we'll start off with the usual. Jeremiah, so it's for sure a good usual. All right, because of course Thanksgiving tomorrow, you're gonna get a ton of love and what they call love anyway. You're gonna get a ton of generosity and all of these other things, man. People gonna be in the spirit wherever you go, whatever stores are still open. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be all in the spirit of Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, or what have you, man. Not realizing that Thanksgiving is celebrating the murder and the slaughter of the Lord's chosen people, man, the so-called Native Americans, right? Like it's straight up a celebration of death. And we have nothing to do with it in the truth. If you serve the Most High, if you love your mother and love your father, how can you celebrate their death? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically what you're doing. You understand? So we'll go ahead. If you want to go ahead, Jeremiah is fine. Let's get that. 10 and 2.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen.
All right, man. They learn not the way of the heathen. The heathen in the Old English, is a nation. Learn not the way of these other nations. Like, this is, I don't think they celebrate Thanksgiving anywhere else on the planet except for America. Do they celebrate it in England? I don't think so. They don't celebrate it in China. They don't celebrate it in Japan or nowhere in Africa. You understand? Like, this is the only place that they celebrate Thanksgiving, just like the 4th of July. Same difference. You know what I'm saying? This is one of their holy days or holidays that they celebrate. They celebrate when their God gave them victory over these savages, you understand, that were here in this wonderful land, and they were able to lie and cheat and trick them into, them having a kingdom of their own. They were able to leave England, you understand, and be able to come here. So, like the scripture is saying, learn not the way of the heathen, of these other nations. Keep going.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right, meaning, in other words, don't do anything that the heathen does. You know what I'm saying? Don't learn the ways of the heathen. Here's one. Don't be dismayed at the signs of heaven. Why? Because the other nations are dismayed by them. So whatever it is they doing, you should be doing the opposite. If they cooking turkey tomorrow, you shouldn't, even though turkey is lawful, you shouldn't cook no turkey tomorrow because that's their ways. That's what they do. You ain't cook turkey no other day of the year. You understand? So learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, because the heathen or the other nations are dismayed by them. It bothers them. You know what I'm saying? When this time of year comes around, this is what they do. All right, keep going.
For the customs of the people are vain.
For the customs of the people are vain, man. Nothing that they do means anything. Their customs of Thanksgiving, of the 4th of July, of St. Patrick's Day, of Christmas and Halloween, they are all empty and pointless according to the Most High. You understand? Which should be the case with you, right? Like they should be pointless and meaningless to you if you claim you love the Most High. Keep going.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with the axe.
Right. One of the customs that is vain is Christmas. All right. So Christmas is a vain holiday. It means nothing. It's coming up in a month. Exactly. From today, Christmas will be coming up. All right. And it's a vain holiday. It means nothing. You know, if you have to barricade yourself in your house so that you can separate yourself from, you know, the customs of these people, from, you know, their ways, I suggest you do it. You understand? Like, you know, don't let nobody in your house bring in a plate of food. You understand? Because listen, at the end of the day, there's nothing unlawful about a tree with lights on it. There's nothing unlawful about wrapping a present. There's nothing unlawful about turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce. There's nothing unlawful about that. What's unlawful is what we read in the first verse that the brother in the top of 2. Read it one more time. This is what's unlawful. It's not the turkey. Here's what's unlawful.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
That's what's unlawful. This is what the Most High doesn't want you to do. He does not want you to learn the ways of the heathen. If the heathen also eat turkey just like you do, no problem. This doesn't make it unlawful for you. What's unlawful is you following their ways. If there's no other day out of the year, if today is just a day that you would eat turkey, normally you eat turkey 7 days out the week, there's nothing wrong with you eating turkey. But if you're doing it because this is what they do, then that's what's unlawful. If you're eating stuffing and cranberry sauce because that's the tradition, that's the custom of the people, then that's unlawful. All right. Go ahead.
Come. You continue forth.
Mm-hmm.
Come. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as a palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Again, nothing wrong with a tree. You want a tree in your house? Don't do it on the 25th. Don't bring that same tree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my family always had plants in the house. Always had some type of tree, some type of, you know, bush, some type of plant was in the house. There's nothing wrong with it. It must be born. Yeah, you have to water it. You have to make sure that it gets fertilized and all of that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You understand? But if you're doing it because of the customs of the people, then that's what makes it wrong. All right. Go ahead.
Come. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither is it in them to do good.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here's like, this is like the 101 scripture for the holidays and the customs of all of these other nations. You understand? Like, we can't do them. You know what I mean? No matter what. I was asked today if you go to the enchanted forest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? My rib asked, is it wrong for us to go here? I'm like, yeah, no, you can't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like the enchanted forest, nothing wrong with it. But it's got all this Christmas stuff. Well, then you shouldn't be there. Because you should refrain from all appearance of, man, give me that one. From all appearance of evil. You understand? Like, even somebody offer you a plate of food tomorrow with turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce on it. Even though all of those things are lawful, I would refuse it. Why? To refrain from it looking like I'm with you. Like, I want to be separate from everything that it is you do. Right? So You understand? The Most High calls for us to be holy. He calls for us to be separate. That's what it is. You understand? They seeing you with your shield on and your beards and your braids and your whatever. You understand? Like, and you eating the Thanksgiving meal. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna look like, you know what I mean? Like, you would do anything for a plate. Right. You understand? You don't look like a straight whore. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's a plate. Like, I can refuse a plate. That's what the Day of Atonement is for. If y'all ain't kept the Day of Atonement, listen, you should be able to, like, keep yourself from certain things. Keep yourself at a certain discipline. You know what I'm saying? If it means that the only thing that I can eat is some turkey and dressing tomorrow, I just won't eat. You know what I'm saying? I just will be hungry for one day, and I can do it. It's not a big thing. You understand? Have all the turkey and dressing you want the day after. You know what I'm saying? But to refrain from it looking like you're with them, I wouldn't do it, even though turkey is lawful. You got it?
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 18.
And Shaq, while he getting that, if you would get the other one, if they ask you to sit down to meat, eating food that sacrifice to idols, look that up. Food, meat sacrificed unto idols, I think is how I say it. All right, go ahead, Salaka.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the most of the power in Amashayah Yahushua.
Read it one more time.
In everything give thanks.
In everything what?
Give thanks.
Give what?
Thanks.
So you saying thanks. And everything give thanks, right? Like Thanksgiving, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? They choose one day of the year where it's all about being thankful and being, generous and this, that, and the third. It's Thanksgiving. Well, the Most High taught us, because we're separate from them, these other nations, these heathens, in everything, give thanks. I give thanks every damn day. You understand? Like, that's not nothing new. I don't need a day in November for that. Right? Read it one more time.
In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the power in Christ Yahushua.
Nothing wrong with giving thanks to the Most High. Nothing wrong with being thankful and appreciative to the Most High at all. You understand? But what your Christian pastors, what your Christian mother and fathers are doing is not giving thanks unto the Most High. They're giving thanks unto their slave master. You understand? That they are thankful that they have a wonderful United States to live in, and that the savages were subdued, and now we can live civilized in this wonderful place called America. You understand? Like, it's not, they're thankful for that turkey that they're thankful for the day off that they have tomorrow. They are not thankful, you know what I mean, for, the Most High killing our enemies. They are not thankful that the Lord chose us above everyone else on the face of the earth. You understand? Like, they're not thankful to the Most High. But in all things, you should give thanks unto the Most High. Go ahead.
For this is the will of the power in Christ Yahushua concerning you. Quench not the spirit. Despise not prophesying. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
All right, this is what is the calling for every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. You understand? Like, we won't do those things that are not pleasing unto the Most High. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to give thanks unto the Most High for everything. We realize that everything that we have, everything that we do, it comes from the Most High. We will not partake in anything that would look like we ain't with him. Like, anything that would look like we wouldn't kill and die for these laws, statutes, and commandments. Anything that's like that, we have nothing to do with it. Read it from the very top one more time. Look, where you at?
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 18.
Okay.
In everything give thanks, For this is the will of the power in Christ Hamashiach. So like Christ Yahushua.
Yeah, I don't know why you just don't read it like it is, because you're saying one word English and the other one in Hebrew. You might as well just say Christ Jesus or Mashiach, Yahushua. Otherwise, it's the same thing. It don't hurt. Nigga. That's what they understand. You know, I know it hurts, but it don't hurt. But
In everything give thanks, for this is the will of the power in Hamashiach Yahushua concerning you. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good, abstain from all appearance of evil.
wait a minute, you said 5 and 18?
Thessalonians.
First Thessalonians is only, yeah, that's the only one with 5 and 18. Okay, all right, gotcha. All right. And everything give thanks for this is the will of the power in Mashiach Yahushua concerning you. This is what the Most High wants, you understand, up under Christ. You know what I'm saying? Christ being our King, this is how the Lord wants us to serve up under Christ. You understand? In all things give thanks. Quench not the spirit, right? Like your spirit should never get, I know in the Christian church they used to have revivals. I think that was like for your spirit, make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're actually doing this a point, coming to church, paying your tithes, you understand, letting the pastor molest your sons. You know what I'm saying? It's a point in that. Don't let it get quenched. Like quenched is, you know, satisfied, right? Like, you know, if you quench your thirst, you're no longer thirsty anymore. Well, if the spirit is quenched, then you no longer have that zeal. You no longer have that desire and that fight to serve the Most High. So don't let your spirit be quenched. You know what I'm saying? Quench not the spirit, right? Despise not prophesying, right? Goes without saying. Prove all things. Hold fast that which is good, man. Like if anybody tells you anything, man, you know what I'm saying? Like you should be able. I was talking to a brother just last night, and he was telling me about, you know, somebody that couldn't read and they were interested in the truth. And I'm like, well, you gotta help that brother to read. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't want nobody to just take my word for anything. You know what I mean? Commander General YAHANNA told me that years ago, like, you know, don't take my word for it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the one kind. I'm gonna go and check it for myself, you know. And at the end of the day, that's proving all things. Like how it says in another place, you know, how does it say it? You should be fully persuaded. What's that scripture? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, be fully persuaded in your own minds. I think that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like you should know for yourself, proving all things, and you know what I mean, in anything that somebody tells you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure that it's right with my spirit. That's the way I do it. You understand? Despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast that which is good. So once you do know, once you do understand it, you understand, you stand strong on it. You understand? That's the point of it. That's the point of being in the truth. Like regardless of whatever it is you go through, whatever you went through, you have to hold on to what you understand. You know it's the truth. Why the hell are you going back into the world? Why the hell are you going back to Thanksgiving or back to birthdays and this, that, and the third? Because your husband is not in the truth, because your wife ain't in the truth, because your kids like Halloween so damn much. You know what I mean? Like hold fast onto what is good. All right. Abstain from all appearance of evil. That's the key point. You understand? Like you want to abstain from all appearance of evil. Thanksgiving is for sure evil. All right. So you accepting that plate from, you know, whoever, you know, Deacon so-and-so it's going to look away if you take it tomorrow. You understand? You took a plate from Deacon so-and-so yesterday, it's fine. You know, hell, you took a plate, no problem. It's no different than taking a plate from, you know, the white girl at Longhorn. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I don't know what the hell they did with this, that, and the third. It's lawful. This looks like steak to me. You know what I'm saying? So you eat it. You know what I mean? But You want to abstain from all appearance of evil. You don't want to be in the enchanted forest or in the what's that Halloween one? What they call it? Horror nights. You don't want to be up in there. Nothing wrong with being scared. You can get scared and run into people with masks all day if you want to. Not on Halloween. Not on Halloween. Now, if you want to abstain from all appearance of evil, okay. What you had? You had one for me, Shaq.
The book of 1 Corinthians, sir. Chapter 8, verse 13. Wherefore, if meat make my brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth.
That's not what I want, but that's okay. We could use that. That's another one I want. If I could, give me the one with food, meat sacrificed unto idols. I said that. Is that here in the shot? Read what you got one more time from the top.
1 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 13. Wherefore, if meat make any brother to offend, I will eat no flesh while the world standeth.
Right, like this is a good one in this, right? Like if meat make my brother to offend, like if like how we just read in the scripture before, you want to abstain from all appearance of evil, right? But if meat eating a plate with turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce, which are all lawful, if it would jam somebody else up, if it would make them look at me like, well, he got that headpiece and the shield on, and he's doing it, like that's what you want to do. If it's going to make my brother to fall, then I wouldn't do it, right? Like that's abstaining from all appearance of evil. And if me eating this turkey, which is lawful, is going to make somebody else, if I think somebody else might see me and might be jammed up, I just won't eat it. I would go all tomorrow without eating a thing before I jam somebody else up. That's my responsibility and duty as an officer in the I.S.U.P.K. All right. All right, so go ahead and read me what you got, man.
I got you. In the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 28. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols.
Go above that.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 25. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake.
All right, that which is sold in the shambles. What is the shambles? Go ahead, Art.
It's the meat market.
That's correct. You understand? You go to the meat market. People used to say that to me all the time. I ain't heard it in a while. You know what I'm saying? But they cut it on the same board as such and such and such. I don't know what the hell they doing back there. I don't know if they washed that knife or not. I don't. I can't. They might tell me they did. How the hell can I prove this? I don't know. This is what it's saying. Like, we can only, if you don't have your own meat, if you don't butcher your own meat, you got to go to the shambles or the meat markets, right? So if you go to the meat markets, read it again from the top.
Concert. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 25. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no questions for conscience sake.
Man, because listen, who knows, man? You understand? Like, how am I going to eat? No, what if they just don't wash theirs? You know what I mean? I showed y'all that video the other day, and they were smoking the beef bacon and the pork bacon in the same damn thing, like
touching it, putting it on top of each other.
Nasty, man. And they said it. They had a little disclaimer. They like, well, we're not selling any of this, so that's why we're able to do that. If we were selling it, we wouldn't do this. But this is just for us, so they don't care. But I don't believe them. I'm not asking them no questions for conscience sake. Because my conscience is going to be jammed up. Why? Why my conscience going to be jammed up?
Because you know the law. You're not going to.
Why my conscience gonna be like, if I ask them, yo, did you just smoke this in the same smokehouse as that part? Why is my conscience gonna be jammed up if I ask?
Because you're not gonna believe.
Because I ain't gonna believe them. I don't believe that nigga. I don't even believe you. I do not believe you. No, I've seen it on tape. I've seen it on YouTube. You gonna tell me this time? No, we just don't. I don't believe you. So I'm not asking for conscience sake, because I'm still gonna be thinking the whole time. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Verse 26. For the earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof.
Everything belongs unto the Most High. You understand? He told me that beef is lawful, that lamb is lawful. So if I buy some beef or I buy some lamb at the shambles, at the meat market, that's what I'm eating. If I buy some turkey, that's what the hell I'm eating. Some chicken, that's what I'm eating. I'm not asking no questions for conscience sake. Everything belongs unto the Lord. The Lord said I can eat it. I'm eating it. Go ahead.
Verse 27. For if any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake.
Are you sure it's disposed? Just want to make sure we got the right word. Where you at? 10 and what?
27, sir.
Okay, yeah. Disposed to go. I don't know. Give me what disposed. I need that. Yeah, I need that. Disposed to go. Anyway, if somebody who is not in the truth, in other words, it says, what is it called? Not what does it say? Unbeliever? What does it call them?
If any of them that believe not.
If any of them that believe not, meaning they don't believe what you believe in the truth. In the truth, they believe, or in what they believe they can go and eat this turkey and this ham and whatever else and give thanks unto white Jesus all day. If my mama asked me to do what?
If any of them that believe not,
yeah, because my mama don't believe.
To a feast.
If she asked me to come to a dinner, go ahead.
And ye be disposed to go. Whatsoever.
And if I decide that I want to go, I don't know why I dispose. I don't know what to do. You got it out. What is disposed in this context?
It's
I know what the context is, but I've never heard that.
To will, have in mind, intend, to be resolved or determined, to purpose, to desire, to wish, to love, to like, to do a thing, be fond of doing, to take delight in, or have pleasure.
There you go. Okay, so if I want to, you know what I'm saying? If I want to go, if I would take delight in going to dinner with my mother, I could do it. Nothing wrong with that. You can go wherever you want to. Yeah, I'm cooking some turkey and some stuffing and some green beans with turkey necks. All lawful food. But she's asking you to this dinner and you be disposed to go, then what?
Come. Whatsoever is set before you, eat.
It does not mean eat the ham. It's not what that means. Y'all understand that, right? It's not whatever. Put some shit in front of you. Just eat it. No, that's not what that's saying. You understand? Which is what ham is. It's just, seasoned shit. That's what it is. Don't eat that. Whatever's put before you that you know is lawful, that it is food,
right?
Then that, go ahead and eat. No problem. Go ahead.
Asking no question for conscience sake.
Now, before it even goes into it, y'all can't stop reading ahead, Shot. Why is it saying go ahead and eat it for conscience sake?
If I may, so it's just like what we was talking about. We don't know, you know what I mean, like if it was touching some pork or whatever, you know what I mean? Like we don't know if the knife, they just cut some
ham with it, and then now they cut the turkey with it. We don't know what they're doing back there in the kitchen, but it's a turkey breast, so I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. Kind of, but not in this case. It's really talking about something else. But yeah, if it was my mama, I'd be like, yo, don't use that other knife. Use a good knife. I ain't even gonna ask her. I'm just gonna tell her. Use a nice, clean knife. I don't know how good she cleaned that sucker, but use a good, clean knife. Yeah, I wiped it off. It's good. What determines that? Some Dawn got to be on it for it to be clean? I don't know. Here's the point. That's a good part of it, like you saying. For conscience sake, don't go ahead and eat it asking no questions, right? Because I'm looking at turkey breast. And that's lawful. I can eat that. Here's the other part of it. That's the first. That's a good, and that's a part of it. What's the other part?
The other part is you don't know if they're sacrificing that or that food is for a god, another god.
For instance.
For instance, the Thanksgiving god.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if this is for Thanksgiving. It's turkey. Right. It's hard for me like to keep up with these holidays. Like I just like to. I knew it was coming up. We've been talking about it. Didn't really notice it's tomorrow until today. So, right? Somebody fixed up something. I'd be thinking if they brought me a plate for the turkey, I'd be like, what's today? But you don't know whether they offered that unto God. If this is a Thanksgiving turkey plate, or if it's a Christmas turkey chitlins plate. You know what I'm saying? You know they got turkey chitlins? No, I made that up. Turkey chitlins. Ooh, wait. Turkey chitterlings, boy. But you don't know, so you don't ask for conscience sake. Meaning, I don't even want to know whatever God you serve. Right. It might not be a well-known holiday like Thanksgiving or Halloween. You might not know. Your mama could have been in there all day. Rum yum tum tum. What the bitch said on the show? Yeah, Tina Turner. Rum yum yum. Yeah, she could have been there all through the whole cooking process. Rum cum yum yum. I'm not asking what you did. Did you rum cum yum yum on this turkey? I'm not asking her nothing for conscience sake. I don't know who you sacrificed this to. I'm gonna leave it at that. And that's all this is saying. This is what Paul is telling them, because why? These people these Corinthians, their parents are not in the truth. Their aunties and their grandparents and their uncles and they're not in the truth. So if somebody bids you to come and get something to eat, nothing wrong. Go ahead and get something to eat. 9 times out of 10, they are probably sacrificing that unto another god because they are full of crap. They know nothing. They're ignorant and simple as the day is long. So they probably did. But I ain't gonna ask no questions. Now, if you tell me got this Thanksgiving plate for you, I'm not eating it. I'm gonna abstain from all appearance of evil. If I know that's what the hell you're doing, I'm gonna abstain from all appearance of evil. Ain't no way. If I know you cut some damn pork chops and whatever else with that knife, and then went ahead and put it on my chicken, I'm not eating it. If I don't know that the butcher, you know what I mean, I'm not asking no question. I don't know. You understand? That's what this is saying. Paul is giving them some type of, chill being in hell. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's giving them some type of cool off being in this heat that we got to deal with every single day around every single corner. You understand? Like, we deal with hell. We deal with Satan trying to get us, trying to jam us up. You eat some turkey sausage and it's got pork casing on it. I bought it in the shambles. I don't know. I didn't know. They got a whole thing for you to read now, so you can read it. But before the FDA, they got to write it on there. You don't know. You got some turkey sausage back there, sure do. Here you go. All day. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. You know what I'm saying? I used to say that, you know what I mean? One of the first things that I learned was that it's not the pork that kills you. You understand? It's not the you know, the dog or the shit that kills you. It's the Lord that's killing you. You understand? Like how the scripture says it, you know what I'm saying? They'll drink poison and not die. Because it's not the poison that's killing you. You understand? The Lord can make it to be something, you know, great. He can make it a healing. You know what I'm saying? You take too much heroin, you die. You take just enough, you'll be able to get through this surgery with no problems. You understand? LSD, whatever it is. I don't know which one. Heroin. Morphine. Heroin. So, that's that. Was there any more?
Come, First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 28. But if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols.
Oh, there you go. If any man tell you that it's Thanksgiving plates, go ahead.
Eat not for his sake that showeth it.
Mm-hmm. This is the part that goes with this. You would have to get first before the one you read in 1 Corinthians 8, right? Where it said, meat offend, make my brother to, you know, stumble, then I ain't gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Well, for him, so that somebody else who's weaker than I am can see what a real man does. I'll give up that plate, brother. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that's the weakest, you know, the easiest thing I've had to do, you know, in 13 years. You understand? Not eat that plate? Nah, brother, I ain't gonna eat that. Okay. Big Mama made them greens. Right. I don't care. Right. I don't care. I can give up Big Mama greens. I can give them up. I can, brother. It's not a problem. You understand? Go ahead.
And for conscience sake, for the earth is the Most High's, and the fullness thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of any man's conscience?
Right, but if any man say unto you, this is offered in sacrifice unto idols, eat not for his sake that showed it. Right, so you ain't gonna do it so you don't jam him up, and for conscience sake, right? For conscience sake. In this case, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Conscience, I say, not thine own. Right? This one is for them. This man just showed you. You know what I'm saying? So you don't, like I was explaining earlier, you don't want him to turn around and think, like, I just see, you know, Officer 1000 is getting down on, you know, some turkey and dressing and this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? My mama called me to come to Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going. You know what I'm saying? When she called me for, you know, whatever, I'm going. For conscience sake, for his, so that he can see, he won't be confused. He won't be, you know, that's the point. Like everything we do, that abstaining from the appearance of evil is for the people that are under us, because all things are lawful unto me, but everything is not expedient. It's not good that I do it now. Now is not the time for me to be eating nice, big plate of turkey and dressing. It's not the time. You understand? Even though it's lawful, I could eat it on Thursday. I could eat a big plate of turkey and dressing tomorrow, and a little piece of cranberry sauce, just cause, if I wanted to. I'm not going to, for conscience sake. Conscience, I say, not of thine own. Read on.
Come. Verse 29. Conscience, I say, not thine own, but of the other. For why is my liberty judged of another man's conscience?
Right. Why would my liberty be judged now? I'm free to eat turkey. That's my liberty. I can eat what the hell I want to, when I want to eat it. But if it's going to jam my brother up, if it's going to affect his conscience, if he's going to be confused, and I'm not going to have, you know, my liberty judged by him not understanding. You know what I'm saying? So until he understands, I just won't do it. If my eating meat will cause my brother to stumble, then I won't do it. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 30. For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks?
No one should be able to say anything to you about eating some turkey. No one should be able to say anything to you about putting a tree up in your house. You want to put some lights on it? Knock yourself out. Is that unlawful? No, it's not. Fix your face. You're confused? Are you confused? I'm talking about the evergreen tree. You got it? No one should be able to say anything bad about me putting a tree in my house.
Right.
If anybody don't understand, please let me know. Put the lights on it. Put a star on the top of it. What? That's too much? String up some popcorn. Just say it. Not unlawful. I can do that all day. But read it again.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 30. For if I by grace be a partaker, why am I evil spoken of for that for which I give thanks?
Right. I'm thankful that I got this tree to put in. It's got my house smelling good. Smelling like pine needles and wonderfulness. Popcorn. Smell that? Taste the air.
Right.
It's good. I have my house right. Now, why should I be evil spoken of? Because of the grace, meaning like the liberty and the authority the Most High gave me. If you want to put a tree in your house, you can do it. As long as it don't go against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's the grace that we have. We have grace to be able to do that. Well, let's do what you want to do. Yo, can I knock yourself out? You gotta, where there is no law, there is no sin. There is no transgression. That's why I brought up the first part about Jeremiah 10, right? Like, that's the law. That's where you're going off, you know what I'm saying? By following what they do. If you putting a tree in your house because your slave master puts a tree in his house and says, that's what you got to do at this time of year, every year, and string up popcorn and put around it and this, that, the third, that's breaking the law. Not putting popcorn on the tree, not putting a tree in your house, but following what they're doing is the point. So why should my liberty and my grace be evil spoken of for what?
For that which, for that for which I give thanks.
I'm just thankful unto the Lord. I give thanks in all things unto the Most High. I'm thanking the Most High for this turkey dinner.
Right.
While you are looking, like I'm worshiping the same God that you are. Like, how are you talking about you separate? We should separate from them. Y'all hypocrites. Y'all are the cult. Y'all this, that, and the third. At the end of the day, I'm not going to have my grace and my liberty and my understanding be evil spoken of by somebody who don't understand, by somebody who does not have authority. They are a homeborn slave and love to be so. I'm not going to have it be spoken of. I'm going to look out for them as a brother, as, someone who's in charge and responsible for them. I'm going to look out for them. I'm going to not eat so that I don't cause you to mess up. So I don't cause your conscience to be jammed up. You understand? Any more?
Verse 32. Verse 31. Whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatever so ye do all to the glory of the Most High.
All right. So that's us, man. If I don't eat, I do it to the glory of the Most High. If I don't eat because it's Thanksgiving, I do that to the glory of the Most High. In all things, I give thanks. I'm thankful that I am not going to eat no turkey and dressing tomorrow. I'm thankful for that. You understand? Whatever it is you do, we do it for that reason. Even though it's lawful for you to put a tree in your house, it's not expedient. Even though it's lawful for you to eat turkey and dressing, it's not expedient. Somebody give me that scripture real quick. Oh, it's still in this one? Most High in Christ. There you go. Keep going. Where were we at?
I'm at verse 31.
Oh, it was way up.
Okay, you want to go back up to us?
Yeah. Tell them where you at.
Come on. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 23. All things are lawful for me.
Give me one verse just in case. Is there anything above that I can use? I mean, you let me know. I'm not sure.
Verse 22.
Is this 10?
Chapter 10, verse 21.
Rakabia said 21 is a heavy hitter. Let me get that too. Start there.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. For ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord.
Go above that, please.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
Right. The things that they sacrifice, they're killing of that turkey, or they're killing of that cow or whatever, or that chicken. They do what?
They sacrifice to devils.
That's why they're killing it. Do you have to have a turkey for Thanksgiving? It's a must. You don't have Thanksgiving without turkey. So they are sacrificing it unto the God of Thanksgiving every year. With me having a turkey is unto the Most High every time, every single time. Every time we go and slaughter a lamb at the farm, that's for the Lord. It ain't for no damn Easter or this or that or the third. But they sacrifice it unto what?
They sacrifice to devils, and not to the power. And I will not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
That's the point. That's the way we should have started. You understand? I don't want you to have fellowship with devils. So that's why you can't go to mama's house. I know it's your mama's house, but what she's sacrificing is unto devils. And I would not have you to be in league or in fellowship with devils. All right? Keep going.
Verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord in the cup of devils.
Right. There's no way. There's no way that you can think that it's okay for me to do Thanksgiving and also to do what? And also to Hanukkah. You understand? I can't do them both. You know what I'm saying? So I'm separate. You know what I'm saying? You cannot drink the cup of the Most High and the cup of devils. Keep going.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of the devil.
Make a choice. You want Thanksgiving dinner or you want this good Hanukkah feast? I said Hanukkah. You want this? You want this good Hanukkah feast or you want some Thanksgiving? What you want? Make a choice. It's real simple. You understand? But if you go to your mama's house or your auntie house or your grandmama's house, because they don't never call it the granddaddy's house.
Yeah, right.
They'll never call Uncle so and so house. Never do that. It's auntie house. I got it. If you go there tomorrow, don't come to Hanukkah, man. You understand? Do not come to our cookout.
Right.
You understand? Go to the what's the next one coming up? They just had Labor Day. They ain't got no other cookouts coming up. Something they do something outside, nothing. Whatever. New Year's. Go to New Year's.
Yeah.
Go do that. Don't come here. And I only say that for this reason. Read it one more time.
1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord.
Yeah, you just be faking it. You just be, like, go ahead, read it one more time, Salaki. Hey, and before you do, I know of one scripture where it say about communion. They that drink it do damnation unto their self. You give me that. Go ahead, from the top.
Come. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 21. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord in the cup of devils.
Mm-hmm.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table in the table of devils.
Mm-hmm.
Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy?
Right, like you're just gonna piss the Lord off. That's like your woman going and sleeping with Tyrone and then coming and sleeping with you. She partaking of both tables. You're gonna provoke me to jealousy? Like, nigga, why don't you just stay over there? Right. What's the problem? It's okay. Just stay over there. Well, that's what we are to the Lord. We are whores unto the Lord by doing Thanksgiving and then claiming you in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You want to, for a plate? You mean all Tyrone got to do is buy you dinner? That's it? All right. I understand. That turkey must be delicious. Go ahead.
Verse 22. Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy? Are we stronger than he? All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
That's the point right there. All things are lawful, meaning doesn't mean that killing somebody is lawful. Doesn't mean that rape is lawful. It means what's lawful is lawful. Turkey is lawful. Putting popcorn on a tree is lawful. Shouldn't necessarily do it though. Probably shouldn't do that now. We was talking about the other day. Was that in class or was that just us? We was talking about the chocolates.
It was yesterday.
I know. Was it in class or was that just us?
Yeah, it was in class.
It was in class? Okay. So, listen, you can give your woman chocolates any day of the week. Every day of the week if you want to. Everything is lawful for me. Chocolate is lawful. You can draw squiggly lines and make a box. You can make one that looks like a butt if you want to, which is what the heart is. Not unlawful. Here's your butt box, baby, of chocolates. Nothing wrong. So what? Doesn't mean I should do it. Sometimes you probably should refrain. You should probably not eat. You should probably not have no turkey. You know what I'm saying? Today. You understand? Any more?
All things are lawful to me, but all things are not expedient.
Mm-hmm.
All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
Right. That's the point. That's for you officers. You understand? Everything is lawful to me, but everything does not edify. It does not help the person that is offering me this plate. I would rather help them than to help myself. I would rather not eat. I'd rather be hungry and help this brother or help this sister than to help myself. Give me edify, Baba Kushab. Unless y'all know it off the top.
The word edify?
Definition. Yeah, I guarantee it's not in there. Sounds so Christian. I just wouldn't think it's in there. It's in there? Why are you in it? Why you didn't just keep looking? He was looking on the computer.
I got it right here.
Please.
Edify in the dictionary. Instruct
This
or
nigga said it's a lot. This nigga said in the dictionary. That is unacceptable.
Dictionary.com.
Oh Lord. It's the best you can do.
That's what I got.
Man, come on, man. Is it in the Zon event at all? No, okay, all right. Give me dictionary.com, man. I don't know who that is.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, give me something. Yeah, give me
edify.
Give me a smart sounding white boy. Oxford.
Right.
That's a college or something, ain't it? Give me that.
Oxford Language Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Edify, verb, instruct or improve someone morally or intellectually.
Right.
Educate.
Help or improve, educate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like that's what it is. It's edify is something that is going to help them along in their learning. Like, and if you're supposed to be an officer in the I.S.U.P.K, a teacher of the Lord's people, like, nigga, you're not helping them by, you know, eating things sacrificed unto devils, and you know it. You understand? You know this is Thanksgiving. Don't eat that. You know what I'm saying? You sisters, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of sisters, man, you know. Well, not so much now. I think it's almost like common knowledge now. But when I first came into truth, sisters, well, you had to correct sisters all the time about teaching. Like, sis, can't teach. Sisters wanted to teach everything. It wasn't even teaching to them. It wasn't even really teaching them. They didn't think of it like that. It was doing what came naturally to them. They big mamas and they aunties and they grandmamas. They just teach everybody every goddamn thing, not with the Bible. So we used to have to tell them, like, you know, yo, don't teach. But you can teach by how you carry yourself. That's in the scriptures. You understand? Like how she is the teaching for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like Titus 2 tells you what you can teach. You know what I'm saying? But a woman being who she is and being, you know, what she's supposed to be is all the teaching she needs to do. Right? So, you know, like that's edifying to somebody. You sometimes don't have to teach a class. Like I'm not teaching the class all the time. I just walk a certain way. I dress a certain way. I talk a certain way. That's me edifying somebody else. Somebody else is going to come and ask a question. Somebody else is going to see how I handle a situation, whatever the case may be. So everything is lawful unto me, but everything does not edify. And that's what you have to be mindful of as an officer in the I.S.U.P.K. is what I'm doing helping? Is it educating? Is it teaching anybody anything? You know what I'm saying? And if it is, am I teaching a bad lesson? Am I teaching something that they shouldn't be learning? All right. Any more?
Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
Right. Break it down. Who won it? Go ahead.
Meaning you shouldn't chase after, you know, what your desire is, like, you know, trying to for this as well. You shouldn't chase your own wealth. You should rather want another, your brother to have more than you. You should rather him be wealthy.
You're correct, but you should have done it more on this context as a teacher to edify. So now edify somebody who's under you on what we're talking about.
Okay, so you would, like, okay, so for instance, you know, I know that I can eat this turkey whenever I want to, but if I want my brother to be better, you know, I'm gonna abstain from it so that he can get it.
That's perfect. You understand? Like that's exactly that's how you would break it down. You don't want to go into the wealth. The wealth is, you know, say him saying it another way, but for somebody else who doesn't know, I would have to stay on the topic of what we're talking about. We're talking about Thanksgiving, right? So I can't, he's saying it a different way. Like, read it one more time.
1 Corinthians 10:24. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth.
What would be a man seeking his own? Either one.
Oh, it would be you partaking in the eating the Thanksgiving turkey. Letting your brother see it, jamming him up.
Close. You're not saying it fully. What would be him? What does it say? Receiving his own, partaking of his own, or what is it?
Let no man seek his own.
Let no man say. What would be seeking your own?
It'll be, you know, going after what you want.
Okay, y'all both are just skipping the real simple part of it, though.
It would be, I would eat my belly.
Yeah, I want to eat.
Right.
I'm hungry.
Right.
It's this turkey sitting right here and dressing. That's my own.
Right.
That's my liberty. That's my great. I can eat. I'm hungry. I could. That's me seeking my own. Let no man seek his own. Go ahead. What you got?
I was gonna say, like, Paul, he's just using that as a metaphor in the situation he's in, right? Like how we're talking about Turkey, because it's to the point. He's using wealth to relate to something you can understand, right?
Well, the whole thing, really, he's talking about meat sacrificed unto idols. So this is all, he's talking about Turkey too. It's the same thing. Like I said, with the wealth part is just him saying it a different way. It's him saying it in a different way. It's like after you beat this home, which is what he's done, obviously, now I'd be like, now, let not a man seek his own wealth. Like that's what it really comes down to. If it came all the way down to wealth, this is just talking about your belly, nigga. I'm just hungry. Well, in brotherhood, in the truth, I don't seek my own wealth. I seek the wealth of a nation. I want all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to be on top. I want them to rule. I want them to have a land flowing with milk and honey. I don't seek my own wealth, because if I did, I'd be Jay-Z or LeBron James or Oprah Winfrey. That's who I'd be, because you seek your own wealth. I'd be the drug dealer on your corner. I'd be him. Let not any man seek his own wealth. That's what niggas in the Christian church do. That's what your Christian pastor does. He seeks his own wealth. He don't care about everybody else that comes to that church every Sunday and pays them tithes. He don't care, because he only cares about his own pocket. So this is another way of him saying, don't be a selfish bastard. You should be about your brothers and your sisters before you. Let not, read it again from the top. So like
1 Corinthians 10 and 24. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Mm-hmm. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that
wait, read that again.
Whatsoever is sold in the shambles,
okay.
That eat.
Okay, that's where we back to the fine. All right. So this whole thing is just about a brother, being a brother unto somebody else, that not caring about your liberty and your grace. Our responsibility in the I.S.U.P.K. as officers and captains and generals in here, meaning all those titles mean is that you got a responsibility. You can't eat sometimes. Sometimes you are going to have to give your last to somebody else. Sometimes you're going to have to be cold so somebody else will live. You understand? And that's our job. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to have to get up in the middle of the night, you know what I'm saying, get no sleep so that somebody else can live, man. That's our job. That's our responsibility. It's the oath that we took. You know what I mean? So it's the same oath that, Yahushua and Paul, all the disciples, this is the same one that they took, and what Paul is teaching the brothers under him. Like, let no man seek his own, but seek another man's wealth. If that means I don't eat no turkey, I'm going to do it so that this brother will live. I'm going to do it so that he does not die in thermonuclear warfare. I'm going to do it so that, all right. I seen a brother had put something else up on here. If y'all got something that you wanted to add, I'll definitely take that.
I got it where he eat it and drink it.
Say that one more time.
I got the verse that say if he eat or drink, he's then he
oh yeah, calm. That's calm.
Okay. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11.
Damn.
Yeah, next chapter.
Okay.
So Paul's going in Corinthians.
Listen, he had a lot to deal with. Like, it's the same thing that we're dealing with now. Like he was the first cat after Yahushua, or the first cat really, that had to deal with brothers and sisters who served other gods. And now they have a chance to come back and separate themselves from everything else. This is the first cat. So that's why, it's crazy that it's just verse after verse in the next chapter. I think what's the last verse in 10? 33. So yeah, this is, I mean, go ahead. This is what's up.
We start at 20, sir.
Mm-hmm.
When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper.
Right, like everybody else was. This because they was coming out the world. He was like, when you're coming together, this is you not coming for Hanukkah.
Right.
You're not coming for the Passover.
Right.
It's not what you're coming for. You're coming to get full and get all the good lamb and get as drunk as you can possibly get.
Right.
That's what you're coming for. When that's not what it's about. You understand? What was that? Read it again from the top, Salaki.
For when ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper.
Mm-hmm.
For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper.
Right. When you come to these high holy days, you know what I'm saying? You should not seek your own, but another man's wealth. You should make sure that everyone else eats. It's why we have the protocol we have in the school of the highest ranking man on down. You know why? Sure, you know why. Why? Explain it to him. Why do we do that? Like we just hate children and women. Explain it to him, man.
Because the highest ranking man has his brothers in mind, so he's going to be merciful and leave food for everyone else to get.
Okay, I would replace merciful with mindful, but calm. Right. Like I'm going to make sure I won't even eat. Just put it up the water. Put me a plate aside. Because if there's anybody else that needs to eat, I'm going to make sure that they have something to eat. I'm going to make sure it's not for us to come in here and, you know, get as full and as, you know, whatever as we can. It's not that. You understand? And it's what every man in authority, every man with responsibility and duty, it's your job to not seek your own, but another man's wealth. I want to make sure that you're full, if anything. If I can do anything, I want to make sure you're full. I won't eat. Go ahead, read from the top.
Okay. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper.
Mm-hmm.
And one is hungry, and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of the Most High?
Right, like it'd be different if you was homeless. You didn't have a place to eat, but you do. And you come here, you come there, you go to Thanksgiving. Everybody do that. I remember when I was in the world. Mm-hmm. Oh nigga, I didn't eat. Yeah, I didn't eat the night before. So that I could go to everybody's at crib and tear up. I'm not wasting my own food. I'm gonna go over there tomorrow. Niggas free food tomorrow.
Right.
Everywhere you go. I had a brother there I play on the game with. And he worked for the military. He worked on a military base. He said he's not in the military, but he's a brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Malakwa out there in Houston. That's his homeboy. They out there in Texas. But my nigga, he was like, oh yeah, Labor Day just passed, or Veterans Day, whatever it was. And he was like, yeah, I got the pass. So I was going everywhere. McDonald's, Longhorn, Red Lobster, all day. That's all he was doing. Was just going to different spots, getting the plate all day. And I'm like, dang. Like, must be nice, you know what I'm saying? Like to be able to, he was like, yeah, you know, I'm not even in the military. I just have this little pass and they let us, you know, come on and you know what I'm saying? He's like, I can't even eat all this food. He's like, I put it all in the refrigerator. You know, I eat a little bit here, wait a few hours. I go over there, go over here. And I put it all in the refrigerator so that I ain't got to use my own. You know what I'm saying? Which, of course, yes, nigga, it's free food. Why the hell not? Go ahead and stack it up for later. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's not what the Lord's holy days are for. You know what I'm saying? That's not what, you know, ours are for. That's not what, you know, our love and our generosity is for. I mean, I heard General Muhammad say it, you know, like you shouldn't be just helping people out because they give you some sob story or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be helping them to do some other madness that, you know what I mean, they got going. You know what I mean? Like you should make sure that what it is you're doing, you're doing it for somebody who's in the truth. Somebody, you know what I mean, that truly love their own people and is not about them, not about this selfish love of self that most people have. So, you know what I'm saying? In this case, like it's saying, you know, like for a high holy day, you shouldn't be coming through to just get as drunk and as full as you can. That shouldn't be. If you do get full and drunk, most anger, don't get drunk. But if you do get full and, you know, no problem. There's nothing wrong with that, but that shouldn't be what it is. You should have a spirit of brotherhood, of sisterhood, that you are always worried about somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you looking out for, you know, the children that are under you. You looking out for the sisters that are under you or the brothers that are under you. You should be on that. You understand? And that's what Paul is saying. Like when y'all come together, y'all doing it wrong. Read it one more time from the top.
Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20. When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper.
Right. This is not what the Lord's Supper is about, in other words. This is not what Hanukkah is about. This is not what the Passover is about, in other words, is what he's saying. Everybody coming and only caring about their own belly. It's, you know, that's it. Go ahead.
Come. And one is hungry and another is drunken.
One is hungry and somebody else is drunk. Somebody didn't get enough because somebody ate too much. That's what it's saying. And somebody is drunk. Somebody is thirsty over here. It didn't say that, but somebody is thirsty because your ass is drunk. Go ahead.
Come. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?
Mm-hmm.
Or despise ye the church of the Most High, and shame them that have not?
Like it'd be different if you were homeless and hungry. Do you not have a house to eat and drink in? Or
despise ye the church of the Most High?
Do you just hate the Most High? You just hate the truth. You just hate your brothers and sisters. That's what it is. It's one or the other. It's either that you're starving, don't have a place to stay, don't have no food to eat, or you hate niggas. It's one or the other. Which one is it? Because otherwise you wouldn't do what the hell you're doing. Keep going.
Come. And shame them that have not. What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this day? Shall I praise you in this?
Where are you at?
Verse 22.
The whole thing. All
right. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22.
All right. Go ahead. Read from the top of 22.
Come. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of God and shame them that have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. For I have received of the Most High,
You just read. Yeah,
the Lord.
Yeah, just read it out. It's okay.
That whence also I delivered unto you, that the Lord Yahushua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
Mm-hmm. Right. So just going back, just to give a quick recap. If you are homeless and hungry, I understand. You know what I'm saying? You coming in, you know, anybody that's hungry, they go a little overboard. All right. What have ye not houses to eat and to drink in, or despise ye the church of the power and shame them that have not? Right? Like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? The people that don't have nothing, you know what I'm saying? They, you know, that's what this is for. You know, like it should be to make sure that the kids that don't have money to go and buy, you know, something if they want to, you know what I mean? Like they eat, you know what I'm saying? It should be for the brothers and sisters that don't have as much You know what I'm saying? That they have something to eat. Everybody that came together. This is a goddamn feast, man. Eat good. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna make sure that it's served up right for you. You understand? But if you are the one, if you are the, you know, the one with all the money and all the power and all the authority, and you're the one that's full and drunk, and everybody else is hungry, then you are like that. They are ashamed to be under you. They should be. They should be ashamed to have to listen and to follow you. Should be ashamed. You understand? You shame them that have not. That's what they're saying, right? Verse 23, for I have received of the Lord that which also I delivered unto you, right? Like I'm just telling you what the Lord, what Yahawashi taught me. So all I'm telling you, Christ taught me this. You understand? That the Lord Yahawashi, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This is like going back to what it said, you know, you not seeking your own, but another man's wealth. Like Yahawashi, our King, was willing to give his own life so that you could live, so that you could, you know, how the scripture say, have life more abundantly. You understand? You could come out of slavery. You could come out of the ghettos, barrios, and reservations and be on top and have wealth and rule because he died. You understand? So, like how I say in here, our own King taught Paul, and Paul is teaching these brothers and sisters in Corinth that same night in which he was betrayed, he took bread. He took food, and when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat, this is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as often as ye drink it in remembrance of me. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. All right. Oh, okay. Pick up from there. So I was trying to get it.
Verse 24, 25. After the same manner also he took the cup when he supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me. Mm-hmm. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Most High, the Lord's death, till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
Right. So again, like this is like all the high holy days. This is a memorial that was set up, but like how Christ is saying, as often as you do this, you're showing forth his death. You're remembering, in other words, like it's like I said, it's like a memorial. You're remembering the greatness or the great work that Yahawashi did. You're remembering the great mercy that the Most High had on us. You understand? Until he come back, just like Passover, just like Hanukkah, just like
Sabbath.
Yeah, all of these are just for us to remember. You understand? It's not for you to come in here and get drunk on the Sabbath wine. It's not for that. It's not for you to come and eat up all the lamb in the world, you understand, at the Passover. That's not what it's for. It is a feast. I wish we had it. I wish we had it like that where niggas could just do that. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Lord's Supper. You understand? This is the Passover. We're doing this in hell. So what you should be doing is doing it in this mind frame, in this spirit, in this vibe, that we are showing forth these things that we're supposed to do until we get our kingdom back, until we're back on top, until we have everything on, how we had it before. You know what I'm saying? We showing forth that our King gave his life so that we can get a kingdom back. You understand? Well, is how everything, the Most High set up for us. Is how everything is supposed to be, man. It's not for us to come in here and get drunk and, you know what I'm saying? It's about brotherhood. It's about you looking out, for the next brother and sister. You know what I'm saying? We keep the Passover. Why? So that other brothers and sisters who do not believe will believe. I'm not going to eat that turkey. Why? So that somebody who does not believe will believe. And that we can get our kingdom back, and that eventually, you understand, when our king is back on top and ruling, you know what I mean, they will have something greater. We would have, been looking for and achieved their wealth. You understand? We would have got them where they were supposed to be. That's the whole point of it. So if that means I don't eat no turkey or I don't, get a present, I can do that all day. You know what I'm saying? I can do that for eternity. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. All right. I know it's a little bit more. I forget why I got this scripture.
It's getting to the damnation. He that eat it, drink it. He that drink it, drink his own damnation.
Oh, I forgot why I got that. Damn.
He was like,
I forgot why I even got that. Go ahead and read it. It'll come back. It'll come back to me. You don't know.
Verse 25.
No, not 25. Yeah, you already read 25.
26. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come.
Right.
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord.
Oh, right. Because you can't partake of both tables.
Right.
The devil's table and the Most High's table, right? And so if you eat this unworthily, meaning like if this is what you're coming for, like how Paul was talking about, if you eating this to get drunk, or you eating this to get full, or you drinking this to get drunk, you're partaking unworthily. We do this because of brotherhood. We do this because of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We do this because of our King. We do this because of the King of all kings, Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Our power, you know what I'm saying, which gave us the opportunity to get, rulership and get a kingdom of our own. So that's why we do it. I have a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a little bit of unleavened bread and a little bit of wine and a little bit of lamb because I have to, you know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else is hungry, eat. Like the showbread that David had, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all. So we could drop that. Unless there's some more. There's some more? Okay.
Verse 28. But let a man examine himself, and so let eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body.
You don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You don't really care about this truth. You don't really care about, brothers and sisters. That's not what you're doing it for. You care about your own. You're seeking your own and not your brother and sister's wealth. And if you come into the I.S.U.P.K. and that is not honestly and truly your desire, if you come in here and you think that you can halfway do it like you did it in the world, and oh, I don't fuck with him. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't like her. Then you're in the wrong place. You understand? Like everything you do when you come in here is about somebody else. It always is. It always will be. It'll never be anything else. You understand? Like I don't know anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? With Commander General YAHANNA, General Hyman, General Yah, General, man, what they did for me is in my time, it was never about them. Everything was always about me. And it made me feel uncomfortable. It was so brotherly. You know what I'm saying? It was so brotherly, it was uncomfortable because I felt like I don't deserve this. I don't need that. Nah, nigga, that's what you're gonna get. You come into the truth. You understand? And so, for a lot of brothers and sisters, we see that in you when you come in here. A lot of brothers and sisters come in here, and that's just them. That's just in their spirit from the jump. They just care about everybody else besides themselves. And you're in the right place. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you that right now. you in the right place, because the manager in Yahanna is just like that. Our King Yahawashi is just like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like that's what Paul is explaining to them, that you have to be about everybody else all the damn time. Let somebody else worry about you. Let somebody else care for you. You don't got to do it anymore. In the truth, if you really in the truth, you don't have to care about yourself no more. That's somebody else's job. Unless you command during Yahanna. I don't know how he does it. Unless you command during Yahanna, somebody else's job to care for you. And of course, we do it anyway because of brotherhood. Because it's, you know, we gonna care for Commander during Yahanna, not y'all groupies. All y'all groupies out there, it doesn't count. You care for other brothers and sisters because you're groupies. We ain't talking about that. We talking about somebody who really cares about our nation getting raised up, man. And if you got that, Easter is nothing. You can give that up easy. Goddamn, Christmas is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Drugs is nothing. If you really care about Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, that's a cakewalk. We talking about life and death in here. All right. Did you add something up?
Come, sir. I also was holding a man fully persuaded in his own mind.
I don't even know where I was at with that one. No, I can pass on that one. Okay, so the brother says, oh, that's a good one. Salakia is like the scripture that says not to be lukewarm when you're saying, yeah, that eat from both tables. That's exactly what that is, trooper. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about the lukewarm scripture. That's exactly it. You can't do both. The Lord will spew you out. Hey, Shalom, Trooper Masha. What's going on, Worry? All right. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Amos 5:21. What are you looking like?
All right, gotcha.
All right. Bam. That's it.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Mm-hmm. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. If a man did flee from a lion and a bear beat him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
All right, this is in the Bible, man. And I know they will never read this in the church. I've never heard this read in the Christian church, but it's something that is very, it holds true so in so many cases, man. Like, the Lord hates our feast days. Why does the Most High hate our feast days? Anybody know?
Because they're to other gods and idols.
All right, they're not his feast days. They're your feast days. Read it again, 21.
Yes, sir. Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days.
Despise what?
Your feast days.
Who?
Your feast days.
The Lord hates your feast days, not his. You go to Leviticus chapter 20, 23, 20, 21, 21, 23, 23. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. 23? Is it 23? I believe it's 23. 23 is in my head. Leviticus 23. You ain't got to get, I just obligated. You go ahead and continue. Yes, the Lord says in Leviticus that these are my feast days, right? But in Amos, it's saying what? Read it again.
Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days.
The Lord hates your feast days. He hates Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving ain't in the Bible.
Right.
Thanksgiving has nothing to do with the Most High. Has nothing to do with serving God at all. The Lord hates your feast days. He hates Halloween and Christmas and St. Patrick's Day and Labor Day and Veterans Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day and birthdays. Lord hates your days, your feast days, the days you want to have cake and ice cream and barbecue. The Lord hates your feast days, right? And he will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Whatever you consider holy and wonderful and righteous and set apart, your Christmas and your what the hell ever else. He don't care nothing about what you're doing at all. Give me the other one in Leviticus real quick.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Most High.
Concerning what?
The feast of the Most High.
This is what you need to understand. These are the feasts of God. These are the feasts of the Most High. You understand? Not yours. Go ahead.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Which what?
Ye shall proclaim.
Which you. The Lord hates your feast days, but he's got his own that you are supposed to proclaim. Like in other words, don't give a damn what you like. You are going to proclaim the Lord's days to be what?
Holy convocation.
That's what you're going to do. The Lord hates your feast days. But what you're going to do, because you're a good slave, you should be. You should be. You should be a good servant, a good soldier. What you're going to do is do what? Proclaim.
Proclaim.
That's
to
what
be holy convocation.
That's what you're going to do. Go ahead.
Even these are my feasts.
Even these are what?
My feasts.
Whose feast?
My feasts.
These are the Lord's feasts. They're not yours. Nobody gives a goddamn what you like, what you don't like, what you would rather. Nobody cares at all. Least of all the Most High. This is what you are going to proclaim to be holy convocations. You're going to do it or you're going to die. Period. That's all you get. You're gonna hate Thanksgiving and love Hanukkah. What you want to do? You don't like that? You don't like Hanukkah? Turkey and cranberry sauce is way better than anything them niggas is gonna be cooking over there. No problem. Enjoy yourself. This is what the Lord says. Read it again from the top.
Come. Speak unto the children of Israel. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation.
Then it's so heavy because there's nobody else that the Lord gave this to. There's nobody else who could proclaim that these are the holy days, the holidays. No one else could do it but niggas and spicks and savages. Nobody else. But you are supposed to be doing it. And in the I.S.U.P.K, that's what we're doing. We are proclaiming that this is what the holidays are. Fuck Thanksgiving, man. All of them other ones. Keep going.
Come. Even these are my feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest. And holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations.
These are the feasts of the Most High. These are it. Even holy convocations. You can stop right there. We ain't gonna go through all of them. They can get that on the high holy days. We'll get them. But I guarantee you read through the whole thing. We told you where we was at. You won't find Thanksgiving. And you won't find Halloween or your Christmas or New Year's or birthdays or 4th of July or none of that. It won't be in there. But these are the high holy days of the Most High. These are the holy days, the holy convocations that the Lord set apart. Now, if you are a Christian and you're celebrating Thanksgiving tomorrow, you don't serve the Most High. You can't be partakers of both tables. There's no way you can have a Thanksgiving spread and serve the Most High. It's impossible, according to the Bible that you read. All right. What else did we have? I'm gonna get one more. We had 15 minutes, and I had to get some things off the chest. Give me, or maybe two more. There was one I was thinking of on the way here, and I can't remember it right now. Give me Mark in the meantime. 7 and 7. Somebody, let me see an apocrypha real quick. Y'all got an apocrypha? Just toss it on up here, Baba. I don't know where mine at. That looked like mine. That sucker so toe up.
The book of Mark, chapter 7, verse 7. Howbeit, in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Right, man. The Lord is saying, howbeit in vain, because you're not keeping his high holy days, because you keep your feast days. The Lord is telling us, man, that, you know what I'm saying, it's in vain. It's pointless. It is empty. Whatever worship you call, whatever prayer, whatever grace you're going to say at that Thanksgiving table tomorrow is not being heard by the creator of this earth. You understand? Like the Lord says, howbeit in vain, they what?
Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men.
That's what they do in the Christian church. They teach for doctrine, meaning they're teaching something that is supposed to be held and believed and followed by Christians, by people who claim they love God. They teach for doctrine what?
The commandments of men.
That's all they're doing. Christmas is a commandment of men. Thanksgiving is man. Homosexual marriage is man. You understand? Pork, crab, and lobster is man. They teach that as doctrine in the Christian church. Love everybody is man. That is not the Most High. They teach for doctrine the what?
The commandments of men.
Mm-hmm.
For laying aside the commandment of the power, ye hold the tradition of men.
That's what your mother does. That's what your father does. That's what, your Christian pastor does. They hold for doctrine the tradition of men. They're holding that like it's the commandments of the Most High, and they don't know not one of them. They eat whatever they want to. They marry who they want to. They celebrate what they want to celebrate. You understand? They hold as a doctrine the traditions of men. Keep going.
Come. How? Verse. Verse 8. For laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
That's another one of them traditions that means nothing. Christ explained it to him that whatever you put into your mouth goes out into the drought. You understand? Like you're gonna poop it out eventually. You understand? So whatever dirt you just ate because you didn't wash your hands means nothing. That's a tradition of man. What you should not eat that's dirty is that Thanksgiving turkey. You understand? Meat that's sacrificed unto idols. You shouldn't eat that. You shouldn't eat pork and lobster. You shouldn't eat that. You understand? And if you can get these simple concepts, you know what I'm saying, you'll be that much closer to getting your own kingdom, man, and not having to, worry about, ever even hearing of a damn Thanksgiving. You understand? Or worry about Ahmaud Arbery's, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about none of that, man, because a black man by the name of YAHANNA will be ruling this earth, and we as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians will be on top. So we're gonna end the class with that one. I do want to, put out a couple of the things real quick. Commander General YAHANNA has given me the permission to go ahead and, announce that he and the other generals will be down here for our cookout December. They'll be down here December 2nd through the 4th, right? So General Muhammad will be doing the scripture breakdown class right here December 2nd, which is that Thursday. Friday, we'll have some nightlife, we'll get into some other things, maybe have some game night, whatever, around here. And then, of course, Saturday will be the cookout at Singer Island. It's going to be on the beach. We're going to have, of course, all the food and the drink, the music, everything popping out there. So, the generals will be down, and whoever else, we're going to start promoting it. And I want everyone to be able to go ahead and share it on all the social media sites. You know what I'm saying? Let everybody else know it's short notice. So, whoever wants to and is able to, we'll get them on down here. But other than that, we got Hanukkah coming up November 28th, which is Sunday night coming up. We're going to get it in down here, right here at the school, 1628 Avenue E in Riviera Beach. Other than that, anything else I'm missing? Passover, of course, y'all will get that, man. We got a bunch of things otherwise before that, but with that, I'm gonna say Shalom, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbat Yahweh Shamar, Thunder, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. We out.
I know we'll see you again. Forever we'll love you. Forever, my friend. I've been thinking of you. I know we'll see you again. Up all night long, vision to the break of dawn. We work the streets all day long. Mission take the world by storm. Nothing's to say. Your loss is insane. Feels like we've been best friends for a lifetime. Now everything's changed. Forever we'll love you. Forever, my friend. I've been thinking of you. I know we'll see you again. Forever we'll love you. Forever, my friend. I've been thinking of you. I know we'll see you again. I turned my phone on, found a picture of me and you. Flipping through my Bible at home to find a scripture to get me through. As I pray to my Lord, that He got me. I feel the pain that you're getting gone, but I know that you're free. Forever we'll love you. Forever, my friend. I've been thinking of you. I know we'll see you again. Forever we'll love you. Forever, my friend. I've been thinking of you. I know we'll see you again.
Our Father, which art in heaven,